Every week it's the same. Every week it's the same. What's new and exciting in your world this week, Ant?
One of our listeners, Dennis Foster, brought to our attention the matter of Stephen Shu of Michigan State University. Dr. Shu earned a PhD in physics from Berkeley and was, until recently, vice president for research at Michigan State. Dr. Shu has come under fire from Michigan's Graduate Employees Union for sharing research that failed to find evidence that police are more likely to shoot African Americans than whites or Hispanics. There are several failures here. The first is that this isn't Dr. Shu's research. Psychologists from the University of Maryland and Michigan State conducted the research and published it in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Dr. Shu simply shared the article on social media. Second, the people at Michigan's Graduate Employees Union appear not to understand how statistics works. The way statistical analysis works is that the researcher proposes a hypothesis. For example, police are equally likely to shoot African Americans as whites. Then the researcher looks for evidence to refute the hypothesis. If the data refute the hypothesis, the researcher says, no, my hypothesis is incorrect. The data show that police are more likely to shoot African Americans than whites. But if the data don't refute the hypothesis, the researcher concludes that the data reveal nothing. That doesn't mean that the hypothesis that police are as likely to shoot African Americans as whites is correct. It means the data provide no conclusion to the question. It's like you wanting to test the hypothesis, the dog is outside. From your chair, you look around the room, you see no dog. The best you can say is, I cannot refute the hypothesis that the dog is outside. That doesn't mean the dog is actually outside. It simply means that you have no evidence that it isn't. The dog could be upstairs, in the basement, or climbing on the kitchen counters. Your observation from your chair doesn't tell you the dog is outside. It tells you pretty much nothing. And so too here. The Graduate Employees Union confused the failure to refute a hypothesis for affirmation of the hypothesis, and so claim that the research results say something that they don't. Third, forcing Dr. Shu out of his job for sharing research results that Graduate Employees Union first misunderstands, then dislikes what it misunderstands, sends a chill throughout academia. Researchers must be free to ask questions and communicate results. This is how we push back ignorance. To suppress research because we disagree with its conclusions, or worse, because we disagree with what we erroneously perceive its conclusions to be, is to shut down all research, because researchers can't be sure what results the mob will misinterpret and turn on next. Shut down enough researchers like this, and we transform academia into a huge rubber stamp that simply puts window dressing on whatever preconceptions the masses hold. And that doesn't look anything like science, but it does start to look a lot like religion.